what I want to say is I don't make the prices. You know, and you know, you probably can hear a little bit of my accent. It sometimes comes out. I've been gone a long time, but I'm from New York, and my brain, I don't say this out loud, but my brain wants to say, why are you giving me grief about your auto insurance premium? Did you go to the grocery store and complain about the increase in price of milk? Did you go to the gas station and complain about the increase of price of gasoline? You know, for some reason, they, in my mind, falsely believe that you have some power to control the price of your product, and you don't. I don't care if you're captive or independent, you didn't price it. An actuary in some big building did. And so that's just my attitude. I guess that's more of a rant than anything. But you can't own the price. You can't be apologetic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You can be empathetic. So sympathy is different than empathy. Sympathy, right, is I feel bad for you. Empathy is I understand you. And so I think it's important to express empathy. It can be very frustrating to see the price, the cost of the things we need in our lives to go up. So milk gets more expensive, gasoline gets more expensive, food gets more expensive, the gas to heat my house gets more expensive. Netflix just got more expensive. You know, I like to have fun with the clients. So if you can make them giggle a little bit, that's not a bad deal. But I think what's important to realize is that price and value are connected. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. So let's kind of talk about the value, the economic value of your premium you pay. And there's a way to do a little mathematical example, a little hard to do in this kind of setting. But basically, if you divided the premium they pay annually by the maximum total benefit of the policies, so this would be either you know, the annual premium for a life policy divided by the death benefit, or the annual premium for a homeowner's policy divided by the total loss coverage, meaning the building burned to the ground and they got all the building and contents money, or, you know, they were in a car accident, they got the full payout from their underlying auto premium and the PLUP, you know, so maybe they got $1.5 million. You're talking about fractions of a penny or a penny or two for each dollar of benefit, because insurance is very simple. You are buying future dollars at a discount. And so when I have a loss, if I don't have insurance, if I haven't transferred the risk, I have to come up with dollar for dollar that money, right? If I have a $300,000 house burns to the ground, if it costs $300,000 to rebuild it, then I have to have $300,000 somewhere. If I don't, and if I haven't transferred it to an insurance company, I'm uninsured. If I've transferred it, I'm insured. And so what I want to know is, if I'm going to buy these future dollars, what do those dollars cost? And what's really interesting, I'll use a life insurance example just because I know the math in my head. $1 million death benefit for $1,000 a year premium is 0.001 when you divide those two numbers together. That's the fraction. But it's 1/10 of a cent on the dollar when you turn it back into money. So that means that family is going to receive 99.9 cents for every 1/10 of a cent they paid to buy that future dollar. And so a lot of times, and by the way, we have a little freebie we can give people. This it's called the money math of risk transfer. That's kind of what I'm describing. It actually goes into how do you talk this out. But basically, I'll tell the client, look, we took 1 penny, we sliced it into 10 individual slices. We took 1 sliver out of that 1 penny. And that's what you're buying that dollar of benefit for. Now, I'm not legally allowed to give it to you for zero because you have to have a contract. The contract is the exchange of value of the premium for the benefit. But I got as close to zero as possible, 1/10 of 1 cent for each dollar. And what's beautiful is the client will turn around usually and say, well, how do you do it for so little money? The math works regardless of the product you're selling, because that's the beauty and leverage of all insurance.